Gorgeous Soul family, welcome to Eringy. I'm Erin. I have a really special meditation for you today, and it's going to help you connect with your breath in really unique ways. So we're not just going to be focusing on it moving through the nose, out through the nose, or out through the mouth. We're going to be sort of exploring other ways that the breath shows up in the body and how the body responds to the breath. I really love this practice. It's quite humbling to connect with the very thing, prana, our life force energy, connecting with that, and just really appreciating the gift it brings so that we can live our life every second of the day we get to live here with the breath. So it's a beautiful practice. Roll out your mat if you'd like. You can sit on a couch or on a chair or just on the floor, on some blankets, on blocks, whatever you do, just bring yourself to a very comfortable position and then we'll get started. Okay, so if you found yourself in a very comfortable spot, cross-legged, because we are really focusing on the breath, opening the chest, this is a really good opportunity to pop something just under your sit bones. So for instance, you might like to I'm sitting down on like a meditative little pillow thing. You can grab yourself a blanket, fold that up, or a towel. You could use a bolster, sit up on some blocks or a block. Really anything that's just going to sort of open up those hips, okay? So if you found yourself in that spot, just sort of sitting cross-legged, letting yourself arrive here. This is all about the breath. So probably right away you're already becoming very aware of what your breath is doing at the moment. Our breath is a true indicator of what's going on within us when we're feeling really stressed and worried and anxious or fearful or, anything along those lines. We do tend to breathe in faster and our breath is shallow. And of course, on the other end of the spectrum, when we're feeling really peaceful and calm and just happy and content, then our breath is slower and deeper. So just close your eyes for a moment and let yourself land here. Just feel those sit bones grounding down toward the floor. You might like to bring some length to the spine if you're feeling like you're hunched over slightly or bending back a little bit. Just kind of realign your spine. This pose, whatever pose you're in at the moment, should really feel effortless. So if you're feeling like you've got to kind of engage a lot of muscles to kind of maintain the pose, then I suggest change it up a little bit so that you are feeling really comfortable. So just for a little while, I invite you to watch your breath. And by watching, I mean not to force the breath. But it's like you're building a relationship with it, really understanding its perspective. Understanding how it moves in through the body. Feeling and watching how it moves out of the body. Of course, because you have been actively, getting into this position and sort of getting yourself ready, your breath might be just a little faster at the moment. And that's okay. breath is pretty much, it accommodates, doesn't it? It accommodates for what your body needs. So I invite you just to extend the inhales and exhales a little more now. Just a touch. Just lengthen them out a little more. Just not forcing it, but just giving it a little more space. So naturally, when we are doing these meditative practices, we do tend to focus on the movement of the breath through the nose. But there are so many other parts of the body that we can feel our breath as well. And so that's what we're going to do during this meditative practice. So I invite you to take your hands, place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. You may like to open your eyes for this or keep your eyes closed. And as you've started to build a bit of a relationship with the breath, I invite you to watch that breath move all the way down into the belly. So as you breathe in, you can feel that belly expand, so your hand also expands as well. And as you breathe out, that belly falls. Breathing in, that belly expands. And breathing out, that belly falls. Just do this a few more times in your own time. Just let those stomach muscles relax. As the diaphragm, that muscle just beneath the lungs, pushes down as you breathe in. And then it comes back up as you breathe out. And now you might like to bring your awareness to your other hand, the hand resting on your chest. And I invite you to take an even bigger breath in now. And as you do that, you'll become aware of the movement in the chest as well as your belly. As you breathe in, that chest also expands as much as the belly, allowing air to enter the lungs, expand the lungs. All that nourishing oxygen moving through your alveoli into the bloodstream. And as you breathe out, you'll be aware of just how much that chest falls, the shoulders drop, belly falls. So there's this beautiful flow with the breath. Inhale, belly and chest rise. Exhale, belly and chest falls. Take one deep, big breath in. Hold it and release. Let the chest and stomach relax. From here, take your hands so that the fingers are at the front, thumb is at the back, and it's resting just on the bottom half of your rib cage. Roll the shoulders up and back so you're really opening up the chest. And from here you can actually really feel a difference in the way the body breathes. The rib cage is always expanding and contracting with every breath, but it's not often we get this opportunity to really feel it. So if you have got your eyes open, just close your eyes again. Bring your awareness to your hands. And as you breathe in, just notice what happens. Notice that the deeper your breath, the more expansive those rib cages are. The more those hands move out a little, and even more. Be aware of the muscles involved in just allowing those lungs to do their job. Because there are so many parts of the body that are involved in simply allowing the breath to move in and out. You may like to breathe a little deeper now. Sending that breath down to the belly. Feel those muscles. And breathe out, just let the rib cage fall. Just relax those shoulders. Relax the jaw. Just really be at one with this movement of breath. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out, all the way out. Take your arms out to the sides. Place your fingertips meeting onto the mat. And just let them softly land there. So we're not pressing any weight down through the fingertips, down through the hands. We're just letting them just gently, softly sit there. So as you continue to breathe and your awareness stays with the breath, you may like to allow your fingers and your arms to rise just a little bit with your inhale, and then let them get heavy as you exhale. This is a very soft, gentle movement, but it helps you to really realize that there are many parts of the body that are affected by the breath. Breath in itself is such a dynamic movement. Let those fingertips rise with the inhale. And just let them drop weight down as you exhale. One last time. So from here you might like to raise your arms up as you breathe in nice and gently. Breathe them up overhead. And exhale, let them fall. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Nice and gentle. Exhale, falling down like a waterfall. So as you do this gentle movement, maybe you're allowing some more space for that breath. Maybe you are giving it a little bit more room to sink down into the lungs. And as you breathe out, it's like you're helping the diaphragm, releasing the other kind of air that the body no longer needs. One last time. And breathe out. Take your right hand down onto the side, onto the mat. Sweep the left arm up overhead as you come into a beautiful side stretch here. And as you breathe, think of the left rib cage expanding and contracting. Think how much room and space you are creating as you open up this side of the body. Take a full breath in and breathe out, come to center. Take the left hand down next to you. Sweep the right arm up and overhead. Come into a nice side stretch here again. And the same thing. Think of how much space you are creating in the right rib cage. As you breathe out, you are drawing those rib cages in. And as you breathe in, you are drawing those rib cages out, at least the right side of the rib cage. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Swap those feet over again because we've sort of stayed in this particular pose for a while. We're going to cross over to the other side. It might feel a little unusual. We always favor one side over the other, don't we? And this is why it's important to elevate the hips, just to kind of give us some of that space. Arms out to the sides like before. Just let them sort of, fingertips are nice and gentle. We're not pushing down onto the mat. Keep a beautiful line through that spine, because the more line we have and the more grounded we feel through the sit bones, the more space we allow for that beautiful chi, that breath to come in and out. Okay, so hands by the sides. Take a full breath in. Fingertips are nice and light. And exhale, just let them fall just gently. And just keep this awareness through those fingertips. Just watch them fall and rise. Perhaps as they rise, they get even lighter. And perhaps as you breathe out, those fingertips fall even heavier onto the mat. Take both arms, reach them up overhead, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out, arms come down. Breathe in, allow that diaphragm to roll down. Exhale, let the diaphragm come back up to help with releasing the breath. Inhale, softly breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Keep softness in the arms as you breathe in. Exhale, trickle those fingers down like a waterfall. Let's do that one more time. Big breath in. Help that diaphragm. Exhale, trickle those fingers down. Right hand comes to the side. Left arm sweeps up and over to our side bend. Inhale. Open through that left rib cage. Good. Breathe in, come back. Breathe out to the other side. Right arm over. Open up the right rib cage now. Breathe in. Arms up. And exhale one last time. Trickle those fingers down. We're just going to come to the end of our meditation by just being with our breath once more. So you can place your hands wherever you'd like. Maybe you enjoyed placing them just on the rib cage like we did before. Maybe it's a case of placing one hand on the chest and the belly. Maybe it's even just placing both hands on the belly, or just placing palms facing up on the thighs. It's totally up to you. For me, I'm just going to place it on my chest and stomach. Close those eyes if they're not already closed. Come back to the breath. You brought a lot of awareness to the different parts of the body that are very much affected by the breath, but in fact our whole body will respond to the quality, the depth, the length of your breath every single time. So it's really nice to use this time, isn't it, to just connect with the breath. It's such a simple thing to do. And it's especially nice to connect with the different parts of the body that are involved in breathing. So let's just spend a few moments now with your breath. Take a full big breath in and breathing out. One last nourishing big breath in and breathe out. Bring your hands in prayer position to your heart space. Bow your head. Keep that awareness still on the breath. And just thank it for its ability to continually nourish and support you. For constantly bringing you life. And then send your gratitude, appreciation, your love for your entire body, which is the vessel that allows that breath in and out. It's a pretty magical thing for us to be able to breathe. It really is. So take another full big breath in and a full breath out. Namaste.